pass this bill. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
I call the Honourable Member Sua William Sio. Te lawful lava.
Te lawful lava, Chairman. I just want to take a short call in responding to some of the comments by the former Speaker, just to provide some clarity for the consideration of the House. The wording that I've used in this draft of the supplementary order paper, regardless of sex, sexual orientation or gender identity, is consistent with the bill that's in hand. And you'll find that in section 4 of the main bill that we're discussing. That's the wording that it has. Marriage between two people, regardless of their sex, sexual orientation or gender identity. So my amendment, the words that I'm using, are consistent with the main bill. That's the first point. Second thing is, I take on board what the Select Committee have done. It's not an easy job, and accept fully the sincerity of their desire to protect these religious freedom. In the first part of my amendment, I've tweaked and added to ensure that, because the Select Committee says refers to marriage celebrants who are authorised by the body of their church. We have a case currently where the Anglican Church and Presbyterian as a body do not have a position one way or the other, and ministers and on their individual basis are divided on the issue. So my amendment provides the protection to that individual minister whose body of religion have not yet made a decision of whether to adopt a formal position one way or the other. In terms of the section B, part B of my amendment, yes, the committee, I acknowledge, removed section 56 because that was incompatible by the rights provided, the freedom of religion provided by the Bill of Rights Act. However, it doesn't state that those rights are there. And we know, and those of you who are in the legal fraternity will understand, that the Bill of Rights do not have supremacy in our laws, and any other act can therefore overcome or that particular bill. And finally, in terms of the in the last amendment of my last clause of my amendment, with regard to premises, I make reference specifically to religious premises consecrated for the purposes, occupied and used for religious purposes only. And I'm asking that that protection be there. I'm not worried about premises that are used for profit, commercial or investment purposes. That's not the intention of my amendment. And finally, it's also not the intention, and I want to make it clear, it's not the intention of my amendment to cover broadly protection for civil marriage celebrant, because civil marriage celebrant and registrars are conducting a public service and are paid for. My amendment in the whole is about providing certainty and greater certainty for the freedoms of religion that are provided for in the Bill of Rights, and I'm simply wanting those rights to be explicitly part of the bill. And that's why I'm asked, though it's late in the piece, I do ask and hope that members of the House can have consideration. It's about balancing the rights provided by the state of protecting equality for all members as versus the rights of the church and how churches conduct their affairs with its members.
Dr. Paul Hutchison.
Thank you, Mr. Chair.